Before I move on to my next point, I want to tell you a story I heard about a donkey. It was a farmer that had a donkey. The donkey was pretty old, and a lot of times it got on the farmer's nerves. Well, the farmer had a well in the back of his farm, and one day that donkey fell in the well. And the farmer heard the donkey yelling, crying. He went out in the backyard and he saw the donkey had fell in the well. So he started calling a few of his neighbors and say, well, what can we do to get the donkey out? Then he decided it was going to be too much trouble to go pull this donkey out of the well. It would cost too much money, and besides, the donkey was old. So what he decided to do was get him and other neighbors, and they got shovels. And what all of them did, they went around that well and they started to dig up dirt, and they decided just to cover the donkey in the well. They said the donkey's old, so we'll just cover him up. So as they started to throw dirt down the well, the donkey started to cry. It started to yell, but they kept throwing dirt on the donkey. But after a while, the donkey stopped yelling. So they thought maybe it's dead. They kept throwing dirt in, but the farmer looked down in the well, and every time they threw dirt in the well, the donkey shook it off and stepped up on a pile of another dirt. They kept throwing dirt in that well. The donkey shook it off and stepped up on another pile of that dirt. After a while, they kept throwing dirt in that well. The donkey shook it off, jumped up out of the well, and ran away. So you got to understand, in life, you may get yourself in some situations where you feel like you're in a well. You may feel like you're helpless. And you may feel like that a lot of times you're having dirt thrown on you. Just like that donkey, you got to shake it off, and you got to step up.